So, when's the last time you read a blog? Yep, me either. I don't know. I don't really read them, but I do buy B2B products and services. Everything from SaaS to coaching, consulting, I buy that stuff. I'm not just a B2B owner, I'm also a B2B consumer. And if you're watching this video, chances are you are too. But you don't really read blogs while procrastinating or while sitting on the toilet or while on the treadmill or while waiting in line for an overpriced Starbucks. Typically, you scroll through videos. And that's why I'm gonna show you a few ways, a few reasons why I would turn those dusty blogs into at least basic video content. The first reason is because it works. I got a message just a few weeks ago from a potential prospect. She didn't book a call. Then, after following me, she watched a few videos and she said verbatim, "Hey, I love your videos. I just booked a call." So that's just one anecdotal story, but in reality, this is how this works. So the first reason to turn your blog content into simple video is because it works. Some people would rather watch you instead of read your content. Some people would rather you show them how to do it than you tell them how to do it. And this leads us perfectly into the second reason why you should turn your blog into video content. The second reason you should turn your blog into video content is because of modern consumer behavior. B2C and B2B are not that different. The reason is all people that buy B2B also buy B2C, but not all people that buy B2C buy B2B. Let me translate that into English. Every single one of us is a B2C consumer, and on a daily basis, we are so much more used to that process. So when 90% of our purchasing experience is based on B2C, from everything from groceries to buying your next car, that's what we're used to. We're used to a dry cleaning company or the local deli posting on a local Facebook page about their sales and their deals. We're also used to a one-to-one buying experience. A lot of times what we do is we have this mismatch. We think that B2B is wildly different. There's no overlaps. There's nothing we can learn. We can't use these other strategies. But in reality, it's not that different. It's just human beings buying from other human beings. The context is different. The price might be different. The deliverables are different. But at the end of the day, we do not want a wildly different experience in B2B than we want in B2C. If we're buying a basketball hoop for our kids, we just want to know, does that hoop have everything we need? Does it mount to the back of our garage? Does it roll? Does it have wheels on it? Is it the same size as the hoop they're gonna play on at school? We just want the information as fast as possible. And in the B2B context, this is exactly the same. If we're looking for a vendor for something, right? Say we need an SEO company. We wanna know how many clients have you worked with? What type of clients have you worked with? What results do you have? And what is your process, right? And when it comes to turning your blog or text content into video content, this is really what we're talking about. We're talking about reaching people exactly where they're at. So the second reason is modern consumer behavior. People are used to B2C buying experiences, and we want to make B2B buying experiences no different. We want to make it as easy as possible for them to enter the funnel, and in a human way, for them to just understand what they're about to potentially buy. The third reason to turn your blog content into video content is the magical word repurposing. Blog content is not that usable on other platforms. Sure, you may be able to pull bits and pieces, you may be able to give it to GPT-4 and have it create some LinkedIn posts for you. I totally understand that that's possible, but how reusable is it, right? It's basically static. The good thing about video is that you can take the pillars of the blog, say in this case, the blog content would be how to turn your blog content into video content. I would write that out. In your case, you already have these blog pieces written out, and then I would create a rough video script by adding elements of video production and pre-production into it. So say you have the body of the blog, what you have to do with a video is add a hook. The hook of this video, if you watched from the beginning, is when's the last time you read a blog? Now, you may not have the same script for your video as you do text for the blog. That's the point. You need to take what's working with the blog, your most popular blog posts, especially if you have somebody who knows SEO on the team, they'll be able to understand and figure this out. Then you want to transfer those to video, but add elements of video that make the video usable and reusable. So repurposing tells us that we can create a podcast episode. This episode will go onto the audio platform, Spotify and Apple. Then we also have this as a full form YouTube video that gets a different title, a different thumbnail, and a description. Then we can take clips of this and put this onto LinkedIn. In this case, we would have a blog that has 3 ways to turn your blog into a video. Then we would have this video on top of that blog. Then we would take that video, repurpose it on a social media. Then we would transcribe it, add it to the blog post for SEO, and we would also put it on Apple and Spotify. That is doing it to the maximum, to the extreme. You don't even need to do that. Video editing, audio editing, graphic design, it's all been commoditized now. It's very, very easy for you to get high quality production. So you take that video, hire an editor. We have systems to use Upwork and Fiverr. You may have a friend that edits videos. Have them edit it. Trust me, it's gonna make a big difference. It could even be a one-time thing just for you to try it out. But I guarantee if you spend a lot of time making blogs and then you've also spent time making text posts, I guarantee that your audience is going to react differently once you put it into video form. And not all of us have the personality for video. Not all of us are comfortable with video. That's completely okay. What you do with that is you start making videos. That's the best way to get comfortable on videos. And the next tip I'll give you, the last tip I'll leave you with when it comes to beginning to create video content is to hire somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. That's gonna allow you to not only be comfortable, but also skip the entire learning curve, the YouTubing, the Googling. And as a business owner, as a marketer, as an expert, you have to look at what's my hourly rate? How much am I worth? Not only how much do I cost, but how much am I worth? And you have to do that calculation to see, hey, maybe it makes sense for me to hire somebody to help me with this, to create a series of videos, maybe 8 to 12 videos, right? Then let's look at the results. Let's run those videos for 6 to 12 months and let's look at what happened. Is the feedback different? Am I getting DMs like the DMs that I get on a daily basis complimenting my videos that then lead to a booked call? All of these things will happen by just number 1, creating the right content, and number 2, having the right people in place to help you with something like this. My name is Ryan Sullivan. I'm the founder of Podcast Principles. We help people do this. We help B2B companies create profitable podcasts that actually serve them, their business, their clients, their customers, and most importantly, their listeners. So if you're looking to start this strategy or at least begin on video, I do recommend you book a call. I always have the link in the description of the full version of these videos or the audio. If you're watching this as a clip on LinkedIn, I also appreciate you. Make sure to go onto my profile and book a call if you're ready to get started with this strategy. Last week, we talked about how to turn your FAQ section into video content. Next week, we're covering how to turn your case studies into video content. And all of this is in the lens of optimizing for consumer behavior. And those are the people that are going to be buying from you in the way they want to buy it. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Ryan Sullivan, and I'll catch you next week for the next episode and the next video for how to turn your case studies into podcast episodes.